In a future world, a scientist-created being named Crank is rapidly aging and becoming desperate. He believes that stealing children's dreams will help him regain his youth. To carry out this grim task, he uses a group of cyborg cultists to kidnap children for him. Among the kidnapped is a young boy named Henry, the younger brother of a carnival strongman named One. One, determined to save his brother, joins forces with a tough girl from a gang of orphans. Together, they embark on a daring mission to rescue the children from Crank's clutches. However, before they can act, they must face an evil cult and the twisted conjoined twins who lead the orphan gang. One night, during Christmas, a child watches in fear as Santa Claus emerges from the fireplace. To his shock, several other Santas appear. The terrified child wakes up screaming, revealing that it was all just a dream. But this dream is significant. The man who created the dream, Crank, is trying to steal the dreams of children in a desperate attempt to stop his accelerated aging. Crank's plan involves using the oil rig where he lives as a base of operations, surrounded by 6 childish clones, a dwarf named Martha, and a brain in a vat named Irvin. Meanwhile, One is at the carnival when trouble strikes. A couple of young thieves try to rob Henry, who has been collecting money from the audience. After saving Henry, One becomes his protector, adopting him as his younger brother. But the situation takes a dark turn when a man linked to the thieves stabs One's manager. The cultists of the Cyclops, who work for Crank, arrive and steal Henry, taking him to their hideout. One desperately tries to save him, but the cultists overpower him. In an abandoned building, One meets the orphan gang, who help him escape by pretending he is just a random worker. After the Cyclops leave, the kids flee, but not before triggering an alarm. One, determined not to be left behind, catches up with the group, but they push him away. Crank's cruel behavior ruins the mood at his oil rig party, where the clones and Martha were celebrating Irvin's birthday. The group is torn apart as Crank lashes out at Irvin, who dares to speak up against him. Irvin suggests that Crank's evil nature may be the cause of the nightmares haunting children. Crank, furious, puts Irvin to sleep, continuing his cruel plans. Back in the city, the gang of child thieves meets with the Octopus, a gang led by the conjoined twins. The Octopus promises to reward the children with mechanical parts if they continue to steal for them. One learns that the children are planning to steal a safe, but need someone strong to carry it. Determined to help, One intervenes and successfully lifts the heavy safe. The kids, inspired by his strength, decide to work together that night to break into a house and steal the safe. While making their escape, One throws the safe into the water at the harbor, only to discover a Cyclops truck. He follows it, with Miette, a young girl from the orphan gang, in tow. Although they lose the truck, Miette offers to guide One to the Cyclops headquarters. She hands him a mechanic's eye as a clue to their location. Back at the oil rig, Irvin devises a plan to release a bottled dream, hoping to send a message to the outside world about the kids trapped on the rig. He hopes someone will come to destroy the rig and save them all. Meanwhile, One and Miette infiltrate the Cyclops headquarters at a critical time. Martha is there, swapping the mechanical devices with the children, and the leader of the Cyclops cult is installing an eye on one of his followers. One and Miette are captured and sentenced to death. They will be thrown into the sea the next night. The Octopus gang, hearing of the planned execution, decides to act. They visit their old ally, Marcello, who has fallen into a drugged stupor. The Octopus convinces him to help, claiming that only One can retrieve the stolen safe. Marcello agrees, but insists that Miette is on her own. He pulls out his pet flea, who injects a green fluid into one of the cultists. Marcello then plays a tune on his music box that triggers the fluid inside the cultist's body, causing him to go berserk and attack his comrades. With the distraction caused by the crazy cultist, Marcello rescues One from his chains. However, Miette falls into the harbor, sinking to the bottom. Fortunately, a diver resembling the clones from the oil rig saves her. Miette awakens to find that her savior has lost his memory. He reveals that Crank, the evil being, is holding children on the abandoned oil rig. He also shares a map tattooed on a man in the city that leads to the rig through a dangerous minefield. Miette takes the map and uses a periscope to spot Henry and the other children, who are being loaded onto a ship heading for the oil rig. One and Marcello sat at the bar, their eyes swollen with tears as they drowned their sorrows. The cause of their grief was Miette. Marcello had tried his best to save her, even though the Octopus had told him not to. He could see One was lost in his emotions, so he asked a girl nearby to keep him busy and try to cheer him up. Suddenly, Marcello's phone rang. It was from the octopus's men. They told him that someone would soon be there to pick up One. As One drank more, trying to forget the pain of losing Miette, the unexpected happened. Miette appeared before them, alive and well. Both One and Marcelo stared at her, disbelieving their eyes. But the weight of alcohol finally took its toll on One, and he collapsed, passing out from all the liquor he had consumed. The octopus's man arrived to take One, and with Marcelo's help, they managed to get him into the back of the truck. But just as they were about to leave, a group of kids, Miette's friends, snuck up and freed One, hiding him away. The man in the truck didn't realize the switch, and as he drove off, Miette and her friends breathed a sigh of relief. Miette thanked her friends for their help, and feeling the need to protect One, decided to continue her journey with him. That night, as they tried to sleep under the open sky, Miette whispered her fear to One. She was scared that once he found his brother, he would abandon her. One, ever the protector, reassured her softly, "You're my little sister now, and I'll take care of you too." His words brought comfort, and they both fell asleep, the sound of waves lapping gently against the shore easing their troubled hearts. Far from their peaceful scene, the diver, who had found the capsule Irvin had sent, was back home. That night, while he slept, the dreams from the capsule began to merge with his own. As he experienced these strange dreams, his memories slowly began to return. He was the original creator of Crank, Irvin, Martha, and the clones. Years ago, after a fierce argument, Martha had knocked him unconscious and thrown him into the sea, leaving him for dead. He lost his memories then, but the dreams from the capsule helped bring them back, and somehow, these dreams reached Miette too. She woke up with knowledge of everything that had happened. The next day, Miette and One went to a tattoo shop. There, One had Miette's name tattooed on his arm as a symbol of their bond. Afterward, Miette, with a little bribe, convinced the tattoo artist's wife to show them the map they had been searching for. Meanwhile, at the oil rig, Martha and one of the clones saw something moving under the water. It was the diver, and he carried something with him, perhaps a plan to fix the mistakes he had made in the past. At the same time, Marcelo had been captured by the octopus's men. They confiscated his precious fleas and, ordering one of their henchmen to kill him, were ready to put an end to his life. As Miette and One prepared to head to the oil rig, the octopus appeared and things quickly escalated. One, under the influence of a flea that played a tune on a music box, turned into a wild, frenzied attacker and lunged at Miette. Chaos followed, and a ship crashed into the pier, triggered by Miette's tearful emotional reaction. Just as One was about to harm her, he regained his senses and stopped. The octopus, in a fit of rage, poured gasoline into the water, planning to burn them alive. But just then, Marcelo arrived, unleashing his loyal fleas on the octopus. One and Miette managed to escape as the octopus fell into the water. Marcelo, cool as ever, lit a cigarette and tossed it into the gasoline, causing an explosion that sent the octopus up in flames. One and Miette fled to the oil rig, and One tied a string from his sweater around Miette's wrist so they wouldn't be separated. As she sneaked through the eerie corridors of the rig to find Henry, a sudden sound alerted Martha, who was watching the surveillance cameras. Miette tried to retrace her steps but accidentally snapped the string. She became lost, and Martha caught up with her. Martha was about to kill Miette when out of nowhere the diver appeared and killed Martha with his harpoon. The diver ordered the clones to place dynamite all around the rig. His plan was to destroy everything he had created. After they left the room, leaving Martha's body and Miette behind, Martha, barely alive, pointed Miette in the right direction before trying to shoot her. Just in time, One appeared and saved Miette from death. Miette found Denry lying inside Crank's dream extracting machine. Irvin explained that to free Denry, Miette would have to enter the dream world herself. Inside the dream, she met Crank, offering to take the boy's place as the dream source. Crank, suspicious and paranoid, feared it was a trap but decided to play along. However, inside the dream, Miette used her imagination to twist the dream into an endless loop, trapping Crank and destroying him from within. The dream collapsed. One woke Miette, and together they freed Denry and the other children. They escaped onto a boat as the diver, still holding onto his past creations, strapped dynamite to one of the oil rig's legs. Screaming wildly, he planned to destroy everything, but as they paddled away, he regained his senses and pleaded for someone to return and save him, but it was too late. A seabird landed on the detonator, triggering the explosion. The rig went up in flames, taking the diver with it. As One and Miette paddled into the open sea, tears glimmered in their eyes. They were finally free, and for the first time in a long while, their family was whole again. And to watch a whole new and nice movie recap, I recommend you click my videos on the right next. Drop a like and don't forget to subscribe for future uploads. As always, grab your popcorn, enjoy yourself, and see you soon, my friend.